Welcome back, terrestrials. And first of all, let's, as usual, thank you to all the new subscribers. Uh, we enjoy interacting with you, even if we don't agree with you. We appreciate you. Um, in this episode, we're continuing our remake series. We're doing Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, what do you give this one?
I give it an A.
Yeah, I think that's a fair. That's yeah. A is yeah. It's a it's a really good movie. I will say now this does not take away from the movie in any way whatsoever. I did not have a lot of fun watching it.
Ha! So did I. Oh my God. Yay. Yay. I was so
Now
okay.
I know why.
Oh, do you, okay, because I have a
I know
theory
why.
too on my my
Okay.
my my re-
All right.
fucking
It's because I've seen it 1,000 times because
okay,
it
yeah,
was
that's not my
so
theory.
okay. So for me, I liked it so much when it came out. I
All
watched
right.
it over and over and over again. So when I went to watch it this time, I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Right.
know. Yeah, I know.
Like
That's all it was for me.
right. I put it on and past 15 minutes because
Mhm.
the beginning of the 15 minute the beginning of the movie is
Yeah.
perfect.
Mhm.
It's amazing. It's probably the best 15 opening minutes in
Yeah.
any movie.
Yeah.
Like it tells you everything you need to know. It's exciting. It's action packed.
Mhm.
Fucking, it just it's like, oh wow, that's what I want in a zombie movie. Like no bullshitting, no dicking around.
Yeah.
Fucking get right into it, and you're
Yep.
like, wow,
Yep.
awesome. That alone deserves the A.
Yeah.
You know. But then I noticed after that, second we get into the mall, the second we're there, I really stopped giving a shit. And I started going
Okay.
like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did they get to a tropical island from, you know, where are they? Fucking
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Wisconsin, and then they end there's like tropical fucking like I don't know, fucking I guess there's
Well,
a
I don't
trop
know that it was tropical. I just think it had greenery. It could have
just
just been run of the mill
just
woods,
had fucking like
Um,
palms and ferns and shit fucking that looked
I
very
don't know.
tropical.
Maybe. I
But
did. So this is way off topic, and we can jump back one.
it's
I
fine.
watched through the credits. Well, the credits were all right. Look, I was watching the football game while I was watching this movie because I found myself very not entertained very quickly.
Because the
Like,
Ravens were playing.
no, the Eagles were playing Green Bay.
Oh,
Um, but I just I like I said, I've seen it so many times. I know it, so I don't need to focus on it.
right.
It's not something new. So I was watching the game and I was paying mostly attention to the movie. I would look up at the game. But after the movie was over and it's going to credits, I'm looking at the game and I look back and it says, I can't remember exactly what uh the title was, but Heather Langenkamp was a part of this movie as like a crew person.
Maybe.
And I was like, what?
Her
And
husband is in special effects.
I scrolled back and looked again to make sure that I saw that right. And yeah, she's somehow a part of this movie.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Fun facts. Fun
yeah, yeah.
facts.
Anyways, it means nothing does nothing for us. I
But
just thought it was very odd. All right,
yeah,
continue.
she she needed a job. But so anyway, I was watching it after the second we get in the mall. My brain just kind of like, you know, and I was sitting there today, like, and really thinking about it, like, why I liked it. It was okay. It was, why did I kind of just drone out and go, because I'm not
Mhm.
going to sit here and go, it sucks. And I started realizing, oh, it's because the zombie market is so saturated. There's so much zombie this, zombie TV show, Walking Dead. Hey, did you watch the zombie gear show on YouTube, but we're gonna cut open fucking mannequin heads with, things
Hmm.
for zombie apocalypse and zombies and World War Z with Brad Pitt and fucking like zombies like this is the beginning, and it peaked, and then
I would say that it peaked actually a year, maybe upwards of 3 years ago. And we're just on the downslide of
yeah,
people
it's
still
that
trying to
fucking
hold on
Walking
to it.
Dead show
Right.
fucking.
That's
And
mostly over though. Like
yeah, yeah,
even the people that were into the show are like, okay, Fear of the Walking Dead now.
right,
Walking Dead Nightmares or
right.
Diaries or whatever the next show
Running
is.
Dead,
Yeah, and
fucking
then
yeah.
Army of Dead with Batista. I
But
watched it. I was desperate for a horror
there are
movie. I watched
just
it, but
so many fucking zombie things at
mhm.
this after this movie.
Right, right,
Like
right.
this movie starts that
Hmm.
real big, like, and
This
then all of a
28
sudden,
days
just
later.
yeah, this boom of great and just oversaturated. It's basically
Mhm.
like the Alien movies in the 50s, not
Yeah,
Alien Wrigley
yeah.
Scott, but
Right, right.
just
Earth versus
aliens,
the Martians, and
or
yeah,
we need
it
vampire
came from
movies,
outer
or
space. Those kinds of
right,
things. Yeah,
slashers in the 80s. It's just this saturated content.
yeah.
And I was like, that's the idea, is that I've seen this idea so much
Hmm.
of zombies, whether they're walking zombies, whether they're running zombies, whether they're mushroom zombies, whether they're fucking, it's just the zombie genre is just, it's kind of a flat genre
I agree.
if you don't do something. And it sucks because the one thing I bitch about, this movie has the style and it has the substance.
Hmm.
And yet I'm just kind of like oversaturated.
Again,
And
I think we've seen it too much.
right,
It's two different versions. I've seen this movie 1,000 times,
right.
and what you said is part of it.
Hmm.
I'm over, like, I've been overstimulated by zombies. I'm over zombies. I don't, unless you have a new take on a zombie movie, which, in all
Yes.
fairness, Army of the Dead with Batista had a new take on zombies. As random and as kind of dumb as that movie was, also it was a new take, and I can appreciate that. So I
Right.
won't shit heavily on that movie. CGI and stuff like that.
No.
This movie is just your run of the mill zombie situation.
The
So,
villains are the zombies.
right,
And
right,
what do we do with zombies?
right,
You
right,
shoot them in the brain. It's
right, right.
just like, what
Yeah.
else do we do, guys?
So, I think that there's a lot of fun aspects in this movie, like the buses. The buses
Yeah.
are fucking awesome. Like, yeah, hell yeah, that's what you do. Um, but the mundane things, in the mall that it becomes part of life, that kind of that thing. I think it's really good to show that as well.
Right.
It's kind of like, yeah, you can get used to pretty much anything, I guess. Um, but then they're entertaining themselves with the guy across the street by shooting celebrity lookalikes. They're
Yeah,
playing
Jay
chess.
Leno,
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell, that shit.
But that those aspects that they added to the movie were fun. And, of course, the Richard Cheese song that, made him so
Down with
famous.
the sickness. Yep.
But overall, it's still just another zombie movie.
Right.
And at the time when it came out, it was like, holy fuck yeah, dude, this was the
Right.
shit. Now looking back at it, because of the oversaturation, like you said, it's like, but that
Yeah.
doesn't take away from the fact that it is an amazing remake. It's a
Oh yeah,
really good
definitely. I
remake.
mean,
Yeah,
like you have James Gunn writing it and fucking
right.
who direct fucking Schneider.
Yeah, Zack
No,
Snyder. Yeah,
Zach. Okay, yeah.
I think.
Like,
Yeah, we
yeah,
don't know things here, so
yeah,
feel free to tell
that's
us in the comments, because
shit.
I'm sure you will.
Um, yeah, but those two guys, like producing this movie to create like a unique story, was real interesting at the time. But yeah, once more, you know, repeat, the situation was
Yeah. Zack
I think
Snyder.
the only one, like, if you go backwards in zombie movies, like Return of Living Dead is phenomenal. Um, Night of Living Dead is influential.
Right.
And then I think the only one that comes out, I think it came out after, but like Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is a complete left turn in the
Right.
zombie movie genre, has just amazingness. I
Absolutely.
don't think
Yeah.
we've ever talked about it, but like that's just like that you know, hard
I,
U-turn
I
to
think that
zombies.
that pretty much sums up zombies for me. White Zombie, Shaun of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, and this Dawn of the Dead.
This
And the original Dawn of the Dead as well is really good. But
I'll throw an iZombie in there and
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
maybe like a couple other things in there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
that's
mean like the broad strokes, those are the movies for me.
right.
Um The Walking Dead just really beat the just beat it to death,
Yeah,
man. It's just like
yeah.
yeah. So anyways,
I think mine was that World War Z. When World War Z came out, my brain
yeah,
just went like, "All
the
right, I'm done. I'm not
I'm not
buying
a
any more
I'm not a
zombie."
huge fan of fast-paced chemical zombies. I mean, I get the
Ooh,
terror behind it, but that's not my jam. I like Night of the Living Dead. I like Dawn of the
right,
Dead. They can run, that's fine, but that hyper, 28 days later, that style,
right.
like that's not my favorite. So, okay, that, I don't really put those in my categories of like love zombie movies.
Right. And it's because it brings a new, atmosphere. I can see like when the first time like someone was talking about like running zombies other than Return of the Living Dead because they had running zombies.
Yeah, but
Um,
kind of. They
okay,
weren't
well, I
like they
mean,
weren't full sprint. They weren't full send.
they were
Like,
pretty fast and stuff when they got the paramedics and shit fucking like they ran them down
yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking
They didn't really run them down. They kind
yeah.
of circled them, didn't
It's
they?
time to go rewatch that movie, and it's
This is dispatch. Do you copy over?
I'm in distress. Send more paramedics.
but the fast-paced zombies, I always uh like pay tribute to Ben in the Night of Living Dead where he's looking out the window and is like, we could just walk right past them. I
Yeah.
guarantee there's not very many out there. We could walk right
And
past
Shaun of
them.
the Dead does the same thing.
Yeah.
He just walks right past them.
Fucking,
Hmm.
and those Shaun of the Dead can do that where the homage, but
Yeah.
how do you make the living dead scary when they're walking?
Right.
Those motherfuckers run and they turn into a completely different fucking beast.
I totally get it. I get it 100%. But there's something that's scary about the slow moving zombie to me. Obviously, the fast paced zombie, that's terrifying because it's hard. Like I watched Day Shift, which was that a
Yeah,
vampire movie or a zombie? No, it was a
I said
vampire movie. Never mind.
vampire.
That's why I was Day. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, I watched or no the thing that I find so scary about the slow moving zombie is just same thing with the slasher. Like it's just relentless and it's
Mhm.
coming and you can't stop it. It's just coming. It's going to. It's It like it might take a little while, but there's no you can run it over, it's going to get back up and it's just going to keep moving. Like
Right.
the but there's still hope kind of. With the fast-paced like
There's a
chemical
strategy.
zombie, right? The fast-paced chemical zombies, you might as well just die.
Yeah. What are we
Just
gonna
eat a
do?
bullet
Fucking
because
yeah.
there's no point. Like they're
Right.
sneaky. Like that's why what was it, Day of the Dead or something? When they started using guns and communicating, I was just like, no. And
Yeah.
in Army of the Dead, they were doing that too. They had like a whole hierarchy system. There was
Day of
like
the
a
Dead.
king, there was a king and queen. Like
Yeah.
they
No,
had
that's completely. But Day of the Dead, I have a fascination with. Fucking, I love that movie. Fucking, what is it? Pick up the phone. It's your Aunt Linda. Fucking,
Mhm. Yeah,
and Bud, where
right.
like he salutes and
Yeah,
shit, and he's got the headphones on.
yeah.
That's 80s. That's a
Right. I
pure
didn't mean the 80s one. I meant
like
the remake of it.
those are oh okay.
Yeah.
Those are cocaine ideas back in fucking
Right, right.
and yeah, those are
Yeah, we're down with cocaine ideas here.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We're getting on the zombie topic versus the movie itself.
Right.
I think everybody did a really good acting job. The guy with they take his boat, that guy's such a fucking prick. Oh my God. Him and the leader of the security guards when they first show up at the mall,
Hmm.
fuck both of them. I'd have thrown them off the goddamn roof. But like I said, everybody does a really good job at this.
Yeah, you
Um,
can tell difference between characters. Still no
for
names,
sure.
but
For
like
sure. Well,
you
you get a couple names, but
like there's nobody who blends together. Like
mm-mm,
none of
mm,
those victims
right.
are blended together where it's like, was that the dad or like
Yeah.
no.
No.
Like everybody in this movie has like their individual role,
Right. Yeah.
um
Everybody, they kept the cast mildly small.
yeah.
They made it big enough that they could kill off a handful of them and, still have a handful left. Um, I think that everything in this movie was, like you said, stylized. It was very, very well done. The explosions, obviously, very, now we know them as like the Zack Snyder, style explosion, almost like your Michael Bay, akin
Yeah,
to
the
Michael
slow
Bay. Like,
motion. Zack
yeah,
Snyder loves that slow motion.
yeah, but at the time that was like, holy shit. Now it's like,
Right.
oh, yeah, he Michael Bayed it.
It's good to see
But
Tom Savini in this. Tom Savini makes an appearance, and so
mhm,
does Ken Foree.
mhm.
When the
And
dead
they
walk,
they
or they
yeah, they made a point to put a lot of the original cast in the movie,
yeah,
or people associated with the original.
yeah, like those
uh
little like I saw the original,
mhm.
so I know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. um yeah, I mean, like I said, the movie, it's a good movie, it's a good remake. This is
Right,
something that they should aim for when making a remake, to do it properly. And just seen it too much.
but it's just
I'm
it's
just over the
over.
zombie thing.
Yeah,
So again, I'm not gonna hold that against the movie, 'cause, like,
no 2000s yuck though.
no,
There's no
no,
like
no
it has
2000s
none of
yet,
that.
right?
I mean,
And Vin Rhames is like peak Vin Rhames for me in this movie. Like, obviously, People Under the Stairs, he does a great role in that for the short time that he's on the screen. But
yeah.
and he's got a million
It'll
roles
always
in a
be bringing
million
out the
movies.
dead for me. Fucking
Bringing out the dead, because
the
I know you
Nick
like
Cage.
that. I
Oh my
know you
god, I
like
love
that
him in
one
that.
scene. But Pulp Fiction, everything. But this one, the way he talks to the other guy in the bathroom, when he's like,
Yeah.
you go in that bathroom stall, you say five Hail Marys, wipe your ass, and you're good with, like he's
Yeah.
just very like, and then they're like, oh man, come on, man, don't leave, we need you. He's like, fuck y'all. Like, he's very much that cold thinking about myself, like,
Hmm.
but then, he has this story arc where he's all, everybody, he loves everybody and stuff. But, I each character has their own thing, and that's his thing.
Yep.
You got the redemption guy with his baby and his Russian mail order bride or whatever. You've got the rich prick. You've got the country farmer. You got everybody serves a purpose, and it's like a little bit of everybody in America.
Yep.
Like, so, I, I think that overall the movie was really well done. I think that it's just, yeah, it just comes down to that fact. But you're right. There's no 2000 Zick on this one.
Yeah. But in that case, Jacob, is this movie a cult classic?
What movie did we review? Oh, I got so mad for y'all. Y'all didn't see
I
the
just
rant that y'all didn't
just
see the rant that I
yeah.
just went on. We cut that out, or I cut that out. So I might not cut it. I cut it out. Let's see. Dawn of the Dead is a cult classic. Not this one. The original,
No.
yeah.
No, that's, I mean, it's all right.
I
It's
mean,
not a cult classic.
in a few more years, maybe. But
Yeah. Gonna go see this in the theater?
no. But for the same reasons that I said, it's not the movie. I've just seen it. Market's
Just seen it
oversaturated.
enough. Yeah. I saw it in the theater when it
Did
came
you?
out, but yeah.
I might have, but I don't remember.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't either for the same reasons. So it's just a saturated
I don't
fucking
think so.
market. Physical copies. You got physical copy of it?
Yeah,
I got a physical copy of it. Do you? All right, Jacob. What's better, this or the remake or the original?
I'm gonna say the original, just because it's the original idea. I think that this pound for pound contends with the original very well,
No.
but there's something real charming about that original one. So
I'll go even Stevens on it.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I mean,
even.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I like this one.
It's
I
very
like
Shia
that one.
LaBeouf.
I like the original maybe a little bit more. So
Yeah,
yeah.
very
But
Shia LaBeouf. Even Stevens, Ren
yeah.
Stevens,
Even Stevens.
even Stevens. You don't remember that Disney Channel show?
No.
Shia LaBeouf.
No. I guess I was grown up by that time, so
I
I
don't know. I doubt it.
I don't fucking
But
know.
yeah, you might have been. I had a little brother that would still watch that kind of shit,
Right.
and the show was actually kind of funny. Whatever. Fuck you. Yeah. So, yeah, that's Dawn of the Dead.